Emerald Blade 98. That's the name of the YouTube channel. Anyways, Smash Ultimate is coming out in December, and I wanted to talk about some of the things I wanted in the game. So I'm gonna do like one of those top 10 videos, and I'm gonna try and stray away from characters because that's the topic that's been done out a lot. So I'm just gonna talk about the things that I haven't really seen people talk about. So number 10 is gonna be a stage builder, more reminiscent of the Brawl iteration, because in Smash Wii U, our stage builder was a lot different because we no longer had the ability to just drag and drop blocks and put them in place. It was just like a style, I don't know how to really say it. It was more like a stylus kind of one where you would just draw what you wanted in the game, and that wasn't really fun. Sure, it could be pretty creative, but I think if they mix the two ideas together where you can like draw stuff, because that's not hard because it has a touchscreen, and you can drag and drop stuff like in Brawl. Okay, so number 9 would be, I want the slow-mo feature that they have in the game when you get a really strong hit to be changed, because from what we've seen currently, the slow-mo feature is on like any move, not just really strong moves. It'll be on moves like Pit's Backer, which we saw in the Invitational, and I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be on like actually strong moves, not moves that'll kill you, ones that will end your friendships. Like somebody jumps off stage and Ganon punches you into the next realm. That would be awesome, and then it would actually make those things hype. Whereas if you see that all the time, there's no hype there, and it's not really cool. It's just more of an annoyance. I feel like a lot of times when these companies and developers try to add cool stuff in there, when they overdo it, that's when it becomes a lot less cool to do. So if they make it to the extent that I'm trying to say, I would like that more. Number 8 is, I want advanced tech that won't be patched out. I want things like wave dashing, things like L canceling, things like shield dropping. Those advanced things in Melee that made the game really cool and made people stick around and play it for years to come. I want Smash Ultimate to be one of those games that doesn't drag on forever and people get sick of after a while and they just go back to the old game like Brawl. Because that's exactly what happened with Brawl. People played Brawl and they're like, this game actually is not good. Let's play Melee. I want Smash Ultimate to actually be the ultimate game and be the one that everybody's like, this is the one we're playing. Of course, that's not really going to happen. People are going to stick with Melee. There's nothing wrong with that either. That's just people's thing. They've been playing it for years. They're not going to stop because of a new game. But if it bridges the gap between them, it can keep the casual players there because they won't know the advanced tech and they won't do it. And it would keep the high skill players there too because they play the game at a more high level and they'll be able to do the advanced tech that the casual players won't be doing. And that's good, so they'll be playing the game competitively, and the competitive players will be happy, and the casual players will be happy too. So, there you go. 7 is a higher skill ceiling, because in Smash Wii U, there was basically no skill ceiling. If you played the game for like 3 weeks, you know just as much as a person who played the game for like 3 years. One of my friends that I played with like pretty frequently, we played that game for years, and we had this other friend who doesn't really play Smash nearly as much as we do. He only really started playing it as much as we do, like on a regular basis, recently. And he's almost at our level, which kind of speaks to where the game is, and that's because it's tied to the last point I made. There's no advanced tech in that game. Sure, you could say there's things like B-do, and there's things like step dashing, and things like, the BP Smash dudes made a video on something else recently. Something like, you roll to the ledge and then you do a backer or something. But all that stuff, sure, it's advanced tech, more stuff you can do, but it's nothing insane like you have in Melee where you can wave dash and shine and chain grab. All the stuff that we have in this game is nothing. And some people would even say perfect pivoting, but really? Perfect pivoting? It's just flicking the analog stick in the opposite direction. It's not very hard. Anyone could do that. It doesn't really take too much time to learn. And it's part of the reason why there's so many upsets in the Smash 4 community. Like, for example, there is Prince Ramen, who beat Zero as Palutena, a low-tier character, because although there are characters that are very bad in this game, like Jigglypuff, that doesn't really mean much, because this game relies far more on reads, and if you can read someone, then it doesn't really matter. If you're playing against a Bayonetta, a Jigglypuff, okay, that's probably a bad example, because even if you can read the Bayonetta, it'll probably still get destroyed, but against other characters that aren't DLC, you could still beat them as Jigglypuff if you read them right. Keep in mind it would be a very, very hard time for you, because Jigglypuff is not the best character, by any stretch of the imagination, in Smash 4 at least, but hey, you could do it. Number 6 is I want the game to not stop you from running off stage. So, this is something I've noticed, and my friend has noticed. A lot of times we just want to run off stage and like disrespect each other and destroy ourselves, even though like somebody's already pretty much in the blast box. We'll try and down them anyways. But you can't really do that because this game likes to baby you, and this game meaning Smash 4. Smash 4 likes to baby you, and it doesn't want you to fall off. It's like a child lock on the window in a car. That's what Smash 4 is essentially. It doesn't want you to go off stage and kill yourself, so it'll stop you. So in editing, I accidentally deleted everything after number 6. But I guess some things are better for the best, so either way. Number 5 is the ability to use every controller that you were able to use before. Like the Wiimote, the Wiimote Nunchuck, the classic controller that you plug into the Wiimote, that weird GameCube controller thing that you plug into the Wiimote as well. The GameCube controller, I mean, hey, throw in the 64 controller too. Everyone is here, everything should be here too. Number 4 is tap to jump on toggle. So the way to turn tap to jump off, for those of you who don't know, I imagine everybody does, everybody watching this video is a Smash fan, so the way you do it is you go into your name select, you edit it, and then you turn off tap to jump because it's defaultly on. That's the thing that the game wants you to have on defaultly. It's meant more for casual players, of course, because casual players, some of them wouldn't be... Casual players meaning kids, because I guess some of them wouldn't be like, oh, there's a jump button, maybe if I flick up, I'll just jump, which is how it works. But if it was on toggle, it would make much more sense, because when you go down to your name, when on your character select, you just be able to press the button, and then it'd be on or off, because there's a lot of people who like to just make multiple names, and they can't really do that if they have to make a name and then go into it and edit and then turn off tap to jump every single time. That's why a lot of people just play with tap to jump on, because it's much more of a hassle to do that, and they can't really make multiple names because of that. So it'd be nice if we were allowed to just have it on toggle, and it would be a better idea too, in my opinion. Number 3 is Subspace 2. Most people would agree with this. I mean, I think everybody agrees with this. I don't think anybody hasn't said this. Well, right now, we think it's called Spirits, and we think it's coming, so that's good for us. Number 2 is Steve from Minecraft. So, all these years, since like, when was it? 1682, we've been referencing Minecraft. We've been eating food, we've been making houses, we've been swimming, we've been fighting the Ender Dragon. Listen, man, we've been referencing Minecraft for such a long time, and I think since Smash is the greatest video game crossover in history, it's about time that Steve makes his debut in Smash Ultimate. And number 1 is the rematch button. And this one seems like a no-brainer to me, because I've been playing this game a lot, and the more I've been playing it, I'm like, wow, it would really kill... How much time have I been wasting in the menus picking a character and picking a stage just to go back to that character and stage with my friend? My friends are doing the same thing, they're picking the same character and stage. So we're just wasting a lot of time just being in there when we could just press rematch and just go right back to the game. And to like go one step beyond, plus Ultra. Yeah. To go one step beyond, I would say that something they should do with the rematch button is also, you could have like a cycle, and it could have random stages, so even though you're picking the same characters, if you press rematch, it would cycle to a different stage. So let's say you're playing a Final Destination. If you press rematch, you might be playing a Battlefield, you might be playing in Town and City, you might be playing in Smashville, you might be playing on Duck Hunt. That stage isn't legal anymore, but I wish it was because I'm a Kirby main. Anyways, yeah, that's my top 10 list, and yep, that's it.